I work in order to satisfy her, because I realize that a human being without something at his side is a lost one. It's terrible.
Right, it took me a long time to figure that out.
Yeah.
It's only in the last year that I began to feel that in a very devastating way.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
And then we need to make a little effort. But I don't know if you're able to make that kind of romantic effort. Because how many times a day you say to her, I love you? A day. Every day. How many times you say, I love you?
Probably a couple of times, but it's usually in response to her saying it first.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you see, if you want to be happy, you need to give. Listen, what do you give? You give to yourself. And what you don't give, you lost yourself. Put in card here. If you put the past in the past, you find the world. You find the realization. You put the world. The world is the realization with the woman, with everything you want. No? But you need to put the past in the past. All the bitter experience in the past. There you can go.
Good one.
Good one. We did it. I think we did it, I don't know.
In a way, that what you were saying about, kind of rejecting the past, rejecting the bitterness of the past.
Yes.
I kind of understand that or know it already, but I don't necessarily know how to actually do it.
Your father is alive?
No, he died.
Died. And your mother is alive?
She's alive, yeah.
Do you have clothes of your father? Nothing, no?
Do I have what?
Clothes.
Clothes?
Have you that?
I do have a shirt of his.
You have a shirt of your father?
One shirt, yeah.
Yeah.
And I have all of his paintings, too.
Yeah. Can you have a clothes of your mother? Costume? Then you need to leave that with, put a shirt of your father and have a painting of him. Yeah? Have a painting somewhere, no? Please. And put to your fiancée, your woman, costume of your mother. That's it, costume of your mother. And sleep with her, dressed like that.
Live with her dressed like that?
Yeah, sleep with her, make love with her, like this. And then you will let go out the fixation.
No, I don't think I can do that.
Why not? Why not? You're an artist, you're a writer.
She's very tall and my mother's very short. First of all, the clothes are going to look silly.
No, man. You see, when you was child, you see your mother very tall.
True.
Do you think soldiers are necessary?
What's that?
Soldiers. Do you think they're necessary?
No, I think we cannot finish transform the world
armies.
into
Why?
peaceful. I think we can get rid of all that. I really like the sort of Gandhi perspective that the problem is that we educate people, we teach them how to read, we teach them to be literate, but we should also be training them in nonviolence, in the same way. There is no kind of human nature as such. It's an open field. So then, if we become one way I look at the shift would be to say that it's the shift from the physical and biological phase of our species evolution to the conscious and psychic phase of our evolution. And as that happens, we become co-creative with the process of evolution. Either we make this shift on a species level, which means really sharing resources equitably and really bringing everybody up to a higher level of being and culture, or we probably won't make it as a species.
Well, we need some years.
What's that?
We need some years, more than 3.
Yeah. I really liked in your book where you're talking about Hanuman.
Yes.
Sorry, you're talking about Ganesh, the monkey god? The mouse.
Yeah. It's the ego.
What's that?
It's the little rat is the ego.
Yeah.
And the essential being is enormous, no?
Mm-hmm.
In a little rat.
Yeah.
And you have inside an enormous God in a little writer. It's very child all that, no? Like a child.
Very child?
Child, it's a game.
Yeah.
Can you believe in something like that? You must not do representation of gods.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
Not a sculpture of gods. No, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
It's, because the God, we cannot think about the God.
It kind of helps to have a reference point. No?
You need reference.
I don't know.
Wow. Okay. You need reference, why not? I don't need reference.
I like, in my book I talked about the Quetzalcoatl, the feathered serpent.
Yeah.
It's a good, what's the difference between a story or even a joke and a representation of a god? It's something to kind of hang on to.
Yeah, but in the serpent with feathers, you have the union of the sky,
right.
The spirit who materializes, and the matter who spiritualized. It's a good symbol. Well, that is a good symbol.
Yeah. And so you don't think that the 1,000 arms are as good a symbol?
It's a very nice symbol in order to be anywhere, no?
Yeah.
But I prefer more abstract, the mysticism, myself, no? It's a preference, no?
I like to...
If you want Mickey Mouse, I can put Mickey Mouse. Like Buddha.
With a lot of arms? With a lot of gloves? I had one ayahuasca experience recently where I felt that I was communicating with extraterrestrials.
Extraterrestrials?
Yeah, a group of extraterrestrials from the star system Sirius. And they explained to me that they'd actually given up all of their technology, that they had gone post-technological and kind of just returned to...
Wait a second, you speak with some extraterrestrial person?
Well, it was like a telepathic conversation.
You had a telepathic conversation? Okay.
Because maybe it was my fantasy.
Yes.
But it's what I experienced,
Out of farther than technique.
What's that?
They was farther going than the technique.
They had given up on technology. They had disbanded. They'd gone through a similar crisis as we're going through,
yes.
And their resolution had been to just disassemble technology. And even stuff like extending the lifespan or whatever didn't really interest them. They really just liked kind of living in the world as it was given to them. I went to the bookstore to try to find it, but they didn't have it.
I find there, I have a lot. Fish. This is my wife.
It's okay.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. It's delicious.
Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Thank you.
But you, with your success, you are making a company, and the company will need to live, and you will start to work to make money only.
Well, the company that we've created is called Evolver, and what it really came out of actually was my kind of idea that if we were to think about corporations as the most powerful kind of engines for transformation that humans had ever created, they were also this tremendous poison on the earth. So if you think in terms of alchemy, you have to convert poisons into medicines. So if you could take that same engine, but kind of tilt it differently, so that it was engaged in a positive transformation process, it might be able to kind of work against, or break the spell of the system.
We need to promote collective manifestation.
If there was to be some type of rapid transition or maybe like transmutation of human society, like what part do you think that art would play?
Art.
Yeah.
Art for healing. I am telling that. Art need to heal the person. No? Not need to give something. One intimate experience. The conceptual art is finished. Conceptual art for the moment is finished. It's only a business for the museums. But need to change it. You need to go to another kind of art. A useful art. Because we don't need to destroy anymore ourselves or the world with art. We need to construct.
That was super delicious, by the way. Thank you.
It's an example. FR session. Here we have anything. ¿No? De la psychology. Aquí es la misma. Egotech, myself there. Poetry. Jokes. Family. I have a tarot also for you. That is for you.
Oh, thank you.
And here is magic. On this corner is magic. China, Japan, India, and tarot, symbolism, Jewish philosophy.
This is Freud.
Freud. Padre Pío, Santa Teresa.
What is he saying to the Buddha in that picture?
The Buddha, Freud with the Buddha. That was my master of Zen. Ejo Takata was my Zen master. No?
Yeah, he sounded beautiful in the book.
He would. And then this is my character of ghost comics. This, John the Fool. No? This is the letter of my mother. This is the letter of my mother when she says she loved me, in 30 years. That is the thing.
And these boxes?
This guy is a big person who made perfume in Italy. Perfume for the Queen of England. But he loved my book, and then he sent me a perfume he invited for me.
Nice.
You can smell. I have my personal person. It's a spiritual. Where is this? The whole. But give me the hand. It's a spiritual, see. Spiritual.
No, it's not bad.
No, it's not bad, no. But it's a spiritual perfume. And he sent me all that.